Hey guys, Willie James here, and we're back with a part 2 by Air in 4 Steps with Like They Do in the Morning by Judith McAllister. We're just gonna do the it's the chorus or the vamp of it, and we're just gonna go through the same process, the 4 steps. Just to reiterate, 1 is to find the key, 2 is to find the scale, which is the same thing, but you want to know the scale so you could build your chords and your melodies if needs. And then we're gonna chart out the bass notes, the bass note progressions, because the bass notes determine the foundation of the chords. And then we're gonna identify the diatonic chords and then enhance those chords, and maybe you see how we could style and embellish and try to emulate what the keyboardist is doing, their style. It won't be always possible. This piece is a West Coast style. In the last video I said it was Eddie Brown. I'm not sure if it's Eddie Brown or Mike Burrell, but excellent keyboardist. One of those two was playing, and their style is not easy to emulate, but my goal here is for you to understand more of the theory and the foundation concepts, so that you could take these things and then, you know, explore on your own, learn your own songs, learn the songs that you like, right? These are just examples and templates that I'm providing for you that hopefully helps. I don't want you to just copy the chords, right? Which is easy to do. I used to do that. I would just copy note for note, or just go on YouTube and just copy everything I seen. While that helps, you really want to be able to understand what you're doing so that you can unlock your own creativity. All right, so let's jump into it. Before you do, like always, if you're seeing this on YouTube, remember to share, like, and subscribe so that we can share the love with the rest of the gospel piano community, those who are coming up and learning. And also, if you want to learn more about learning piano, click the link below for more resources to help with that. So let's jump right in. I'm going to continue with the vamp here. Again, so we've already identified the key in part 1. If you haven't seen part 1, you could go to part 1, whether you're seeing this in the course or on YouTube. It could be a part 1. And when I play the track, I'm listening to, you know, the feel and what's going on. Here we go. Alright, I'm trying to get the feel. I'm listening for the bass notes, right? You could hear the bass guitar. Alright, that's it. That's the whole vamp there. Very repetitive. You want to train your ear to be able to identify, right? Pull out notes. It takes time, but I usually, like I've always been suggesting, start with the bass note. It's a lower frequency. It's easier to pick up all the embellishments with the keyboards and strings. Sometimes you'll need to develop your ear more, depending on your skill level, obviously, right? If you could pick out the stuff in the keyboard on all the embellishments right away, then go for it. But I'm coming from an angle of starting from a beginner, right? So this is the verse. Again, watch part 1 if you haven't seen it. Here we go. I heard bass note. Okay. So we've already established the key in part 1. Alright. And so you should know that. You hear that bass? Doot doot. On the rest, listen again. I'll pull up my chart in F major here. 1, 2, 3. This note right here. See, when she said rest, do, that's what I heard. Do. We identified we're in the key of F, right? Do. So you should know your F major scale. Okay, there it is. I'm pulling it up on the screen. F, G, A, B, flat, C, D, E, F. Again, go to part 1 if you haven't seen it. So what are we looking at here? Yeah, F is 1, G is A. Sorry, F is 1, G is 2, A is 3, B flat is 4, C is 5, D is 6, E is 7, F is 1. All right, we're using the number system. Okay, so what I was listening for was do. Right, that was the bass note that you heard there on the first rest. Okay, and it looks like he's going in circle of fourths or fifths. Hold on. Was that right? Hold on. Is it a 3 I heard? Alright. Sometimes you mess up. Yeah, that's a 3. Okay, 3 is the 3rd degree in A. And then what's after that? So it's like a 6. So we're going from a 3 to the 6. Okay, music usually generally travels in fourths or fifths. So we have from A to D is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a perfect fourth, right? That's a distance of 4. Counting up the scale, not just random notes. We're in the F major scale. We're counting from A. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you know this concept of traveling in fourths and fifths, from that D, you're probably gonna go to can you guess it? If we're traveling in fourths or fifths, count up the scale from D. Got it? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4 goes to a G. I bet you the bass player is gonna go to a G. All right? Traveling in fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how progressions usually travel in music. You heard this concept, circle of fifths and circle of fourths. It's the same thing. A fourth is basically a fifth inverted. They're the opposite of each other. So from A to D is 4 counting up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting up the scale, not random notes, right? Counting up from A, B flat, C, D. That's a distance of 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I count down, if I put the D an octave lower, it's 5, counting down the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So a fifth and a fourth are just inverted, right? So when you hear this concept, circle of fifths, circle of fourths, it's just the progressions of the chords, well, the root of the chords, i.e. the bass notes, are traveling in fourths or fifths. All right, and fourth or fifths are the same. They're just inverted. Okay, so A, rest Jesus. Right, so we went to the A to the D, which is the 3 to the 6. The 6 then goes to the 2. Rest. Right? Now, if you didn't know that, you could listen to the notes and just figure it out. But once you know theory, it becomes a lot quicker. So if I didn't know theory, I would listen. That's the 3. That's the 6. And then see, so I was right. So it's a 3, 6, 2. And then right? You might not get it as fast as me, but this is what I do. I'll play and rewind and repeat until I got it. 2, here's a 3, 6, 2, that's a 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 4. I heard that 5, 4, right? It's a skill you gotta learn. Isolating the notes in your head, singing it, replicating it. 3, 6, 2, 5, 4, 3, 6. It's just repeating. A circle of fourths and fifths. 5, 4, 3, 6, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5. I don't know if I hit a C there, but that was a 5. So what I would do, if you're starting out too, let's continue charting out my iPad here. Nope, I don't want to go there. Okay, so the Vamp part of my scribbles is 3 to the 6 to the 2, 5, then 4. I read an arrow. Whoops. I wrote an arrow here. Because see that arrow there? 5. That 4 is a passing chord leading back to the 3. All right. So 3, rest, 6, Jesus, 2, rest, 5, 4, 3. Very repetitive. All right. So I've mapped out my bass note progressions. Now it's time to identify the chords. So I'll go to my diatonic scales diatonic chords playbook, You could download, if you're watching this on YouTube, you could press the link, grab my PDF and course to get access to the diatonic chords playbook here. You could download it on your computer or smart device. And I have all the chords here in all 12 keys, but we're working in the key of F, but I have all other keys as well to help you learn your songs by ear much quicker. Let's get to it. So here's the diatonic chords. These are the chords that are built on each degree of the notes in these scales, 1 to 7. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. See, repeats going down. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, but in chord form. These are the diatonic chords. These are the basic fundamental chords that are built on these notes. Okay, so anyway, so on the 3, right? What's 3? Oh, 3 is A in the F major scale. We got an F minor, A, C, E. So that's the basic. And like I said in my last video, when I voice my chords, I usually take the 1 and the 5. Remember that every chord, the root note or the bottom note is always referred to as the 1. Okay? So the 1 and the 5, I just revoice in my left hand like so. Rest, Jesus. Sounds like it. Let me see if that's right. Sounded like it, right? I'm not trying to get exactly what the keyboard is playing right away. I'm just trying to see if the quality of this chord fits, and then we could adjust it later. Yeah, it works. And on the 6, 6 is D minor, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bass note is D. Diatonic chord, therefore, is D, F, A. Okay, and we voice like so. The 1 and the 5 on the bottom. So, rest, Jesus. Without even listening to the track, I know, yeah, that's pretty right there. Right? We're going to enhance these chords later, but we're trying to get the basics. 1, 2, here on the 3, 6. Now what's the 2? 2 is G minor. Not quite. Just by playing it, kind of doesn't sound right there, but we can adjust that, right? There we go. On the 3, 6, 2, 5. Alright? Now if you watch part 1 on the 5, right? We went through the 3, 6, 2, 5. We said that it's not the diatonic C, E, G, right? So if you listen, let's just play through again. So 3, 6, 2, 5. Okay, it's not quite a regular 5, which is C major. If you look at the diatonic chord here, on the 5th degree, we have a C chord. It's not quite that, all right? But we'll get back to that in a little bit. So those are the chords. All right, we've charted out the bass progressions: 3, 6, 2, 5, 4, and then it repeats, as you can see on my iPad here. Okay, so 3, 6, 3, 6, 2, 5. Oh, and I forgot the 4. All right, the 4 is the passing, right? 4, which is B flat chord, B flat D F. It's a passing, right? 3, 6, and just repeats. Okay, so let's try and enhance these chords. All right, so the 3, depending on your skill level, you could try to pick out the notes like by note, which takes long, or you could use my chart here on the diatonic chords playbook. I gave you some options to the basic diatonic chords on the right column here, right? So the A minor basic chord, you could do a 7th chord, right? A, C, E, G, like so. 7th, like we said last time, A minor, because that's the root chord, and adding the 7th. Okay, this is a 7th because it's 7 steps away from A. If I'm counting up the F major scale, because we're in the key of F, so you count in the F major scale up from A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A and G is 7 steps away. Okay, so A minor, 7th. All right. Rest. Sounds good. Let me see. You know what? Yep. So it's actually a A minor 7. So basically what it is this A minor 7th, and let's voice this. What I would do is I would play the 1 and the 5 in the bottom, like so, the A and the E, and what I'm left with is a C major on top, and I would invert it like so. Right? Here's the basic chord in thirds in root position. Repeat the 1 and the 5, which is the A and the E in the bottom. Right? Take out the A there, and I'm left with a C, and I could play around with this C and do it in different inversions. Okay? Or you could do like this: A and G in the bottom, and then C major at top. The same chord is just a different arrangement of that basic chord. Right? Remember, the basic is just the A, C, E. We talked about adding the 7th and then playing the 7th in different inversions or arrangements. I call it stacking, repeating the notes that are available. So you can just go like this, you can go like this. Right? Lots of options. Okay? So that is pretty much the chord. Yep. Right? Okay, so I kind of cheated. I showed you the 6th chord. So diatonic was, we said D minor, rest, Jesus, to the 6th. Same thing with the 6th here. D minor, you could do a D minor 7th. Okay, D minor, add the 7th. Why is it D minor 7? D is 7 steps from C, counting up the F major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So D minor 7. D and C is 7 steps away. Okay. So we could do that. How can we voice this? Again, right? 1 and the 5 in the bottom. D and the A. Take out the D here. Then we're left with a F major on top. And the same thing, we can invert this F major in different ways to have more variations of the same chord. Very simple. Okay, so rest, Jesus, right? So, rest, Jesus. Now you might hear I'm doing a little thrill embellishment. So when you have these 7th chords and you have the major chord on top and the 1 and the 7 in the bottom, I like to trill. So I'm on the 3, rest. So I'm sliding from that E flat to the E. If you're a beginner, you could practice that. I've talked about it in other videos. So you just kind of slide. Practice with 1 finger first, like so. And then you could practice with the 1 and the 5. Right? That's the 3. Right? Same thing on the 7. On the 6th chord, sorry, which is the D minor 7. Got the F major on top. Okay. Rest, Jesus. Okay. Now, what's the 2 chord? We said it was a G minor diatonic. What can we do to that? We could either add a G minor 7th, G minor 7th, F and G 7 steps away. So G minor 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, counting up the F major scale from G. G minor 7th. We can even add a 9th. Right? 7, 7, 8. Right? That's the octave 9. Boom, like so. How can we voice this? Well, we can move this G an octave lower. That leaves us with a B flat major 7th on top. Altogether, it's a G minor 9th, but just isolating from the B flat gives us a B flat major. To access the rest of this tutorial, click the link in the description, grab the free PDF by entering your name and email, and also grab the Quick Start course, which you'll see on the next page. You'll be then given access to the course where you could finish watching the tutorial. Take care.